This is my easy pallet breakdown after learning how to do this 100,000 times. Start on one side, move to the other, pull up the center, throw them off. And then if you're going to harvest, before you flip it over, pull the nails out. I'm lucky with this pallet because they're coming right out. A lot of times the planks will break, like this one. Finish one side, go to the other. Have one of these. I'm lucky with this pallet, because most of them came out easy. Then move to the center. You can just toss the planks right out. Quick and easy pallet breakdown. Have a breaker bar. Now pull your nails out, because you've got a steady platform to pull them off of. Most of the time I'm in boxers out here, because it's fucking awesome. Love the country. That's all the nails. Oh, shit. Now you flip it over and do the other side. Same way. One side, other side, middle. Throw your planks off, strip your nails, flip it over, and repeat. Peace. Greetings and salutations on a miraculous Sunday, April 14th, 2024. And we're up here in the sweet country of Oxford, furthering our pursuit of freedom and independence, and making some steady progress. The primary project, of course, being the new greenhouse over there. I've got all my arches up, but I need connecting poles to run these, what do you call them, lateral poles, horizontal poles, and just like the old greenhouse. And let's see, so I did not make much progress on that because I still have to buy poles. I got to buy gutters so I can get them, get the tarp clamped down. I got to get the tarp. So I haven't done really anything in the old greenhouse, but I did spend a fair amount of time in the new greenhouse today, or the old, that greenhouse, the one that works. I've also taken notice this year, my ass gas bag is filling up with a certain degree of rigor, and I'm not using it up, so one of the upcoming projects definitely has to be funneling one of my gas lines into or branching off the gas line, the output gas line, into a air compressor that can force it into a tank, so that I can store up the fuel during the warm season and have an abundance of fuel during the cold season. That's the premise anyway. I spent a little bit of time because somebody ate my garlic, those fuck sticks. They ate my garlic. They dug it up So anyway, and I've got corn growing now. So it's where is it? One, two, three corns there. I have 2 other corns under the little tent here because the sun is a little scorching, and actually they look like they're growing faster than these guys down here, maybe a little thinner. But anyway, so I put some chicken wire mesh and shit up here, so keep the rodents out. I think the rabbits are always after my shit. The strawberries are looking good, better anyway than they certainly were in the raised tower pallet farm bed that I created, and they're somewhat under the shade. They do get scorched in the sun, so they seem pretty happy now, and they're doing their spring bling, all that good stuff. Let's see what else. I did some earth shaving this weekend. I call it earth shaving because it was basically shaving the land with weed eater, so to clear off all the weeds. Of course, it's springtime, so there's fucking weeds growing everywhere. Anyway, so the blueberry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all looking happier than I've ever seen them before. This is clay mixed up with probably about 50%. What do you call it? Peat moss. And so that acidifies the soil considerably, and blueberries need more acidic soil than local North Carolina clay can provide. But the land is coming to life, and the elderberries are kicking ass, and they're not under assault by anybody since they're in this greenhouse now, so far. And hopefully nobody discovers that it's there and that it's tasty. The figs are coming back. They're all kicking ass, doing that thing. Let's see what else. Usual pallet loads. What else? Like I said, I didn't do much in here this weekend. I did a little bit of cleaning over on the far side. I had all those old PVC poles, so I moved them up under the trailer so they can be shaded from the sun and be useful again one day. Some of these clamps, this clamp idea that I had is holding steady very nicely. Some of these actually came up right here in the corner. It's been so windy over the last week that they had released themselves. Of course, on the back side, this side doesn't get nearly as much wind, and they're all holding tight and steady, and everybody's happy there. This is where I spend most of my weekend, in the sweetness of the greenhouse. And so I cleared out Limey and the unfortunately dead pineapple plant. The jury's still out on whether or not Limey's going to come back from the wintertime. I did my best, and I'm hoping to God I'm keeping them sprayed and hydrated and watered and all that kind of stuff, and in hopes that at least a cell survived so that it can procreate and repopulate the castle. But I did construct some more cradles for the half-barrel raised beds, and got some fresh lava rock to put on the bottom. I've got to lay weed cloth over top of that, and then fill up the gaps with or fill the top with soil, which we've got a pretty good amount of soil here. Plants in the new raised beds, the dinosaur kale and the cabbage are all looking very happy. He's looking okay, but he needs some real soil. This North Carolina clay is not great for that particular variety of medicinal herb. The cabbages are kicking ass. These guys, they were globing for a while, and now they seem to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, what do I know? But they look happy, and that's all that matters. The dinosaur kale down here continues to try and flower. I think it might be a little bit warm for them, but that's okay. They're looking very happy as well, and I need to trim off some of these lower leaves and take them home for a salad tonight. Oh, let's see, what else? Another raised bed over here. Some of the sweet ladies, I think somebody has invaded this thing because one of these guys got trampled a little bit. Anyway, I don't know what's in there, whether it's a mouse or something like that. The plants that are growing in the hydroponic system are growing very nicely, as you can see. The chard is doing well. My cannabis is doing well. Whatever this is doing well. Everybody's real happy. The dinosaur kale is doing well. Butter Crunch lettuce over here is doing well. Everybody looks real happy. And they're real happy because I spent a majority of the weekend putting shade in here. The sun, with our Earth's failing magnetic field, is getting more and more intense and has a tendency to scorch a lot of the plants. So I'm putting up shades. So I spent a better portion of the weekend experimenting with shade orientations and shade varieties. This is a much darker version of weed cloth than this stuff. So I think I'm going to get more of this stuff and apply it pretty much everywhere in a more uniform fashion here in the greenhouse, so that the summer sun does not bake and destroy and fry all my plants. And I've still got so many wells that need filling up. I replanted every one of these wells this weekend and hope for the best. I'm not getting great germination out of them. But the little peat pellets do a great job germinating. But transferring peat pellets over to a hydroponic system might be a different story. And then, of course, raised beds. It's farming. Let's see, what else? Took out the bioreactor. Did not take a walk over to the beaver. Well, I did take a walk over to the beaver dam in the dry area. And it looks dry. There is drying. I still need to do some blasting and get the creek bed down lower, so it kind of cleans it out. You know, all the time that area spent underwater, the creek bed spent under stagnant water, has created has raised the bed. So I want to get it back down again, get it back down to bedrock if possible. I did some more harvesting this weekend from pallets. So I'm building up quite a nice load of wood, of course, in addition to what that stuff up there. Mowed the lawn. What else? Oh yeah, the cleaning. So those poles need to go under the trailer. A little bit of cleaning done. I think that's about it. Other than enjoying the sweetness of the outdoors and the peace of nature and the ever impending return to the city. Man, well, I did have a visit from one of my neighbors last night, a surprise visit from Clinton. And that was really cool because he came out here. And of course, I'm always telling you guys, this place is a dump. It's a dump. It's a scrapyard. This is all built from scrap materials that, you know, we didn't buy it in a store. This is all these pallets and shit I've collected. And, you know, I mean, it's all scrap. I mean, the whole house, I mean, except for the exterior walls and the Thompson's water seal paint, is all scrap. It's all scrap. This place is a dump. It's a dump. And that's okay. I love it. I love God's abundance, and I love the fact that I've been inspired to go get it without the use of, or without necessitating the use of money, and thus trading my life away for capital so that I can avoid this kind of adventure and build up my shit. So, anyway, so he came out here for the first time he's ever been out here, and he claims to love it. And I do. I certainly love it, man. I get such a sense of freedom out here and peace. There's just so much peace here. I love it. I mean, even, you know, the problems that I'm presented with oftentimes, and, you know, it's troubleshooting is always, well, not always fun, but it's mostly fun. It's a great challenge. And this is every speck of this is self-empowerment. And despite the failures and the setbacks and the hurdles and the, you know, the blood loss and all that sort of stuff. Well, I guess I didn't get so much this week. Man, this is beautiful life right here. And I love it. I need to go ahead and pull the trigger on getting chickens or something, and I need to populate my greenhouses full of food so that I can just stay and just do the stretch. And of course, there's still the dance, you know, thing that I take an interest in Raleigh, and the residential real estate that I take an interest in Raleigh and the Triangle. But all things being equal, if I had the choice, I think I'd leave it all behind. I get, it's just not what life is meant to be. This for me, is what life is meant to be, is just building yourself up from scratch and unplugging and being self-sufficient. Man, we've got, and God knows how long, because once again, it's all scrap and it was built by an idiot, me. Yeah, where did I go? Where was I going with that? I don't know. But this is beautiful life. This is really, truly beautiful life. Growing life and eating life and building up shelters. And there's probably not a creature on this rock that doesn't build their own shelter at some point in the course of its life. I mean, maybe the female species don't do that, but I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of females of every species that probably builds their own shelter. The males build their own shelter, and everybody builds their own shelter. And it's like, why the fuck aren't we doing that? Why don't we know how to do that? Anyway, so I guess that gets back to what I was talking about before. Is I don't know how long any of this stuff is going to last, but God willing, this house will last long enough for me to build the 30 by 30 house and get the pier and beam foundation laid, and get all the wood fortified properly, because this is a low-lying region and the ground does have a tendency to stay wet, and get my little 30 by 30 built out of pallets, the abundance of pallets and God's abundance over here in the field, and get that built up and get it plumbed and get it fed with the gas lines and the electricity lines and the water lines, and get a new water tower, a potable water tower up on the hill, and they will feed the house and everything else, and get my chickens, get everything in the greenhouse really running, and just live this sweet, beautiful life unplugged, in the sweet foundation that I feel I was deprived of as a youth, which, I don't know, given the world today, I probably never would have had much interest in it, but had I, this would have been a great project at 15 years old, and I'm 43 now, going on 44. It's more of a treasure today than I probably would have felt back then, but I don't know. It's thank God for this inspiration. Anyway, that being said, enjoy the peace of nature. Thanks for watching. Yeah.